You is the brand new film from Amazon Prime that just hit the streaming service. The film is directed by Lace Hallstrom, who's known for directing films like A Dog's Purpose and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And the film is based on a novel by J.P. Monagher. The film stars Madeline Klein as Heather, who goes on a multiple week European vacation with her college friends, Connie, played by Sophia Wiley, and Amy, played by Madison Thompson. But as they are in Barcelona towards the end of their trip, Heather meets a boy named Jack, played by KJ Appa, who's going through his own trip, going through his grandfather's journal, who was a veteran in World War II. So before Heather heads back to New York to become a banker, she makes a big decision to stay with Jack for an extra 2 more weeks and go through life as an adventure. But drama happens as they try to see if they can take the relationship to the next level. Also, Josh Lucas plays Heather's dad in the movie Greg. The film is an hour and 36 minutes and is PG 13. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dittenberg. If you're new to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to notify when my videos hit the channel. I do a box office show every Monday. I do movie franchise rankings, out of theater reactions, and movie plus TV show reviews. If you like any one of those things, this is the channel for you. Subscribe and ring the bell. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on the map that leads to you? First of all, have you read the novel? How does the movie compare? If you've not seen the movie, are you going to check it out, or are you not a fan of these actors, or you just want to give this movie a pass? Would love to hear your thoughts on this film down in the comment section down below. And also, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Gets me more seen by more people. So please, the thumbs up, the like button down below, please click that. So this was a movie that I had saw no trailers for, only knew the two leads that were in the movie, and that's kind of what I signed up for, I guess, with this film. So let's get into my thoughts on the map that leads to you. And overall, I gotta be honest, this movie was surprisingly, I thought, very solid. I am not someone who's normally into the romantic film genre. I think it's one of the most annoying, in my opinion, film genres out there, where it feels like so many movies have the same playbook, same story beats. So when I was getting into this one, I was not like excited. I was just here to watch this movie. But I gotta be honest, I was surprisingly more invested in this movie than I was expecting. And I think what makes this film stand out is that, yes, are there the romantic cliches, I guess, in this movie? They're there. They're just not in your face. Like every time there doesn't need to be a fight every 30 seconds. There doesn't need to be someone professing their love in public to each other. Those type of cliches really pull me out of movies like this. And I think this movie was trying to take a lot more of an authentic approach, especially in the dating age. I think in 2025, I found this film to be very poignant, I think, with the way people experience life today. And I thought the actual themes of the movie were quite interesting, where we have two people. You have Heather, who's played by Madeline Klein, who is a bank. She's supposed to be a banker in New York. She has a very solid life for herself, but she's someone who her character has to plan everything out. There always needs to be a schedule. There always needs to be an itinerary. Her friends kind of call her like their mother on the trip a lot because she always has to very thoroughly plan out each step of the trip. And she meets a guy with KJ Appa's character of Jack, who is the total opposite. He doesn't have a schedule. He doesn't really look at his future. He just goes about life being in the moment, and his only thing that's directing him in life is this journal from his great grandfather who was in World War II, trying to experience and go to the locations everywhere that he recorded himself. And I found that dynamic to be very interesting, where it feels like in every romantic film, the characters have to like the same things. They need to be, in each other's life at all times. And these two characters at times couldn't be more different from each other, but also their differences help each other. And I found that to be a very interesting arc for both characters. Madeline Klein's someone who I've really enjoyed. She gets a bad rap a lot of the time. I think she's a very solid actress. And easily, this is probably the best performance I've seen of hers. This is definitely her movie more than anyone's, and I thought she did a very good job. Because again, she's playing a very relatable character. I can relate because I'm someone in my life who usually needs to plan out so many things. If I go out with people or I go to events, I always have to plan it out so far in advance and make sure every step is hit. So I kind of relate to Heather in this film. But you understand why she would be taken away and so fascinated by Jack, who's someone who lives each day being in the moment. The film has a lot of messaging as well about social media, how they go to all these places and so many people are taking selfies and vlogging while he is so against that. And I think that scene they had a conversation about, I thought was really well done. And again, another theme that wasn't being over your head there. KJ Apa, also another guy who I think is a very charismatic lead. He's also very good. Apa and Klein have excellent chemistry, and you are rooting for them throughout the entire film. The whole ensemble here is also very strong. Josh Lucas in a very minor role is also really good. He has two very good scenes with Klein towards the end of the film that I thought was great. Also, it's great because this movie has so many luxurious locations because this is a European vacation. So the look of the movie always pops in this film as well. And just like the characters, you are taken away with the trip as well, which I thought was really well done. Now, on a negative level, when those romantic cliches kind of fight their way in this movie, it kind of pulls me out of a couple moments. My biggest problem from a story level is that so many the main two characters make such life-altering decisions throughout the entire film, and and they do it with like a snap of their finger. There's really no deliberation. They just make the life-changing decision. If it's to, you're about to go to New York. Actually, I'm going to stay put, and maybe I'm going to get married. Maybe I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to do this. And all these life-altering, life-changing decisions, just these characters, it doesn't take them any time to make these decisions. Especially Heather, whose character is that she has to plan and thoroughly break down each part of her life. But when the movie has to give her these life decisions, they make her out of character. So she makes these rash decisions in order for the movie to kind of continue. There's this movie had times where it felt very authentic, and then also had times where it felt like it was a romantic movie where people had to make these drastic decisions so quickly, which for me didn't really work. I thought Jack's character, honestly, in my opinion, got unlikable as the movie went on. You understood why there's a big character moment, and I was kind of like, why would he do this to her? If you understand the movie, if you've seen the movie, you understand what I'm saying. There's a big character moment with Jack and Heather, with Jack making a big decision in the relationship, and it did not work for me, and it felt very forced. So overall, I had a very good time with The Map That Leads to You. I don't think this is a great movie, but I think for this genre and how I think just unoriginal it's become, I found this movie to be a breath of fresh air. Two very likable actors, great locations. This is an easy 96 minutes on Prime Video. So overall, I'm giving The Map That Leads to You a 3.5 out of 5, a 72%. What are your thoughts on this movie, guys? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Like this video, guys, as well. Subscribe and ring the bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video very soon.